Hello, hello to you today, and I hope you are amazing. Holding the line, holding the love vibe in the face of adversity. Yes, and my nails are still crap because I haven't had a chance. Okay, that's just the way it is, and I'm sorry if it triggers you in some way. These nails do not define me. I am a very handsy person, which is why I can't have long nails. But I do what I gotta do. Okay, I just paused it at 55 seconds to plug in my microphone. So the fives, yes, yesterday's reading, there was a lot of fives. Change, big change when you release the old, when you recognize, when you take the time to see how far you've come, to witness your own becoming. It's a beautiful thing. And don't forget to do it. Don't forget to do it. Don't forget to look and see and perceive yourself. I know, well, for me, I have this fear of being perceived. I posted this video, a short of me dancing by the river, and I over edited it completely. So there's like 5 seconds of the end of my dance. That's what I shared because I self criticize and judge myself harshly, apparently. And so you get just my arms moving around briefly at the end of my dance. That's it. That's it. That's it. I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna eventually go all the way because dancing, I channel when I dance and I lose it, but I'm also like, super aware. And so as soon as I'm aware there's a camera on me, it's like, it's different. It's not the same. I'm distracted by the things instead of detached. So that's what I'm working on right now. Okay. I'm working on that. And, it starts with awareness of a fear of being perceived and pushing through regardless, right? Just keep pushing through. Because for why? Why, right? Okay, Arcturians, how about you let us in on something for us to consider as a start to this reading? Two of them. Okay. Where are we? What are we? Why are we? How are we? When are we? Surrender to all the things that you try to control and just let them be. Just let them be. You cannot control how another perceives you. So don't hold yourself back from being out of fear and awareness. The energy of awareness makes you see that there is more to things than meets the eye. It keeps you in the here and now and makes you alert. What did this one say? Surrender helps you to focus on your heart and your feelings. Surrender is necessary to release old patterns that prevent you from opening up your heart. Surrender makes your fear vanish. Exactly. And I think when you see something or feel something that is making you fear, to use that as an indicator light, to use that as a sign that says, hey, something's going on over here. Come investigate, right? And Sherlock Holmes that thing, that area, that way of being, that way of resisting or holding back, right? Authenticity and shine. You need a certain level of fearlessness. This is me unapologetically. And I'm not quite there yet personally, but we are on our way, right? Baby steps, all the steps, any steps are still steps in the direction, right? In the right direction. And we're divinely protected, so we don't need to create unnecessary blocks and fears because there is nothing to fear except holding yourself back. That's the thing that should be feared, right? To allow fear to control you. That's the only fear allowed. But it's not fear. It's like warrior vibes. You're fighting against any fears that try to hold you back, and you're pushing through. You're dominating, you're controlling, maybe not dominating, controlling, but you know what I mean. You're taking ownership, you're taking charge. You are the boss, not Zafir, right? Okay. The king stag stands proud and tall with mighty antlers. He bestows his protection on all in his kingdom, leading by example. The stag teaches the young how to show courage in the face of danger, right? Only there's no danger. It's like this weird perceived Like what's the worst thing of being perceived? Someone misunderstanding you. That's probably one of mine, because neurodivergence, trying to ask questions to fully understand what somebody's telling you, and then being accused of being passive aggressive or being something that I never understand. And it's like, no, I just want to know more so I understand more. Like always asking questions to seek understanding, and having neurotypical people assume, react, and respond as if there's some weird ulterior motive. And it's like, can't I just ask questions to know more things, to understand more things, and it just be that? Okay. Anyways, that went off on its own. Algiz energy brings a powerful connection to divine consciousness. This rune is an aid to speak and commune with spirit and the higher powers. In a reading, it references a connection with the gods and an awakening. You have been granted divine protection. That is also a teaching force, and you are encouraged to be in a state of listening. Protection, defense, courage, independence, and higher self. Algiz, look at it's a rainbow confirmation, right? There's nothing to fear except fear itself, because fear locks you in, keeps you small, keeps you back from moving forward and being true to you. And you are beautiful. So laugh in the face of danger. Well, no, I mean, we have fear for a reason. Danger can be real, right? But it's those fears, projected dangers that actually are just going to hurt our little egos, are just going to hurt our little feelings, right? You put yourself out there, somebody judges you, you suck, or you're the worst, or nice, you call that a dance? You're just moving your arms around, right? Or whatever. Who cares, right? Like, detach. How is that? Why are we putting any weight to anyone else's perception? I feel like the fear of being perceived is not having any control over how someone else receives you. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's coming from a real experiential place where most people perceive any way that they are meant to, right? But before, it used to hold more weight. Before, it used to determine our worth. But now, because of the work that we've done to become independently sovereign, this means release from anyone else's perspectives, including our own projected perspectives that somebody else could be having upon ourselves. You know what I mean? Yes. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Your awareness of your own limitations will get you far in this life, because you need to see it in order to know it, in order to feel it, in order to heal it, in order to let it go. Right? Okay, those are a whole bunch of cards that we're just gonna move around here for the reading. Okay, where is everybody going today? Just like that. Okay. Are we in mostly? We are mostly in there. Okay, that's a lot of cards, but I will take it. Okay. We are talking about your new life that is in its phase of becoming, right? The moon yet to be revealed, but also divine timing. It will reveal itself when the time is right, when the moon is full, right? Depending on what phase of the moon you personally are in will determine how visible the things surrounding you are, right? And this judgment is this angelic or soul calling of your new. This is your phoenix from the flames moment, right? The death of the old and the harmonics, angelic spiritual harmonics that breathe new life into you, and you are now a winged creature of magic, like the phoenix. Okay, we've got the Fool and excess. Okay, so having more to share, having things to release, all is relevant with the Six of Swords. This could be things you need to speak off your chest, things that you are holding on to that need to be spoken about, stuff that you're holding on to that needs to be released, stuff that you're holding on to that could be shared. And this trusting in the divine, okay? I love it when the fool is reaching for the heart, okay? And it's this blind faith, right? This faith in the new and the yet to be revealed. And focus, like, this is something you can focus on while you're waiting, while you're in process, right? Consider your resources, consider your data, and what are you doing with it? What can you do with it? Where can you pare down? Where can you focus more on, right? Okay. And strength in your truth and your destiny. Beautiful. I love the strength because it's like both having the strength of a lion, the courage, the wisdom, the regality, right? But also the strength to reserve as well, right? You're not the king of, well, lions, male lions tend to reserve their energy for the big stuff, for the big things, right? And so it's like just because you can kill something doesn't mean you need to all the time. And this wisdom to know the difference, okay? And this is your truth and destiny. This is your active participation in claiming what is for you, okay? We've got the magician and making decisions with your intuition. Okay, the magician alchemizes, which is a beautiful pairing with this, which how you move, which path you take, which decisions you make, right? Love or fear in every moment. And this magician here is your ability to alchemize. So somebody's like, here's a lump of coal in your stocking. And you're like, thank you. I will turn that into a diamond, right? And they're like, what? Damn you, I gave you a coal. Why do you have so many diamonds? And you're like, haha, I'm a magician. Surprise. Okay, then we've got the Nine of Pentacles. This is your safe space, your sacred sanctuary, your garden that you spend your time nurturing and weeding and nourishing and also being within to enjoy, okay? And that's a good place for this self-reflection. Interesting that this is giving me that self-reflective stuff, right? What do you have? What do you need to speak? What are your thoughts and feelings around certain things? And how can you alchemize, transform, process, heal, and release, right? And these two, well, there's your hermiting. And this one is the um, holding back from leaping off of all of the cliffs that present themselves and only leaping for love, right? Because all opportunities, not all opportunities are for you, and they're not all love based. So this is that strength, the lion, right? Knowing the wisdom to recognize big game from little game and only using this beautiful energy that you've grown, right, for yourself. Only using that when it's for love, when it's something that inspires you, that ignites you, and makes your love heart, love shimmer. Shimmer looks like this. Okay, and this is also part of your divine justice. Okay, we got the rainbow here tipping the scale in your favor. This is you getting back what you gave. This is your divine justice. This is the rebalancing of the scales in your favor, right? And this is what that's going to look like. Joy, union, balance, prosperity, harmony, peace, celebration, abundance, gorgeous, solar chakra, sunbeams smiling out your face, shining out your face while you smile, kind of stuff. And we've got this becoming, the world becoming. And look at this around truth and communication. This is like the sentinel protection knight, but it's also swords. So there's also about safe in communication. It's making me think of like the witch wound, right? Genetically pre programmed to hide and deny and be quiet about certain things because we've experienced, if not in a past life, but a cellular memory of ancestry, being burnt and tortured for standing out, speaking your truth, being a gorgeous, magical being. But this is saying that it's your destiny and you are safe, safe to speak. Safe to speak. Now is the time to claim, to reclaim. Okay, this is what's going to bring balance and peace within your heart when you are safely able to speak your truth. I think this is part of your destiny here, to do so, to be a speaker of the truth. Yes. There are the signs and synchronicities that lead you along the way. Okay, so the quieting of the mind, the surrendering to the divine timing, and nudges, and the nudges that lead you along the way. Okay, and even what to consider. I feel like they'll get stronger the closer that you get. And there will also be signs and synchronicities about things that need to be released, considered emotionally, physically, all of the things. Okay, we got the 2 cups on the bottom of the deck, just the 2 cups, which is a gorgeous, beautiful balancing of love. Yes. And it's the twin flame divine counterpart, right? The 2 cups coming together. It's 2 people who know how to fill their own cup. They're not reliant on others to fill their cup. Okay. And when they both come together, there is like an supersizing that happens because it's a healthy relationship, supportive and gorgeous, where now you are pouring into each other, not out of, I need, like the other person needs you to fill their cup, because they've come together already knowing how to fill their own cup, right? It's this beautiful symbiosis, reciprocation. And it's like, we still have things to heal when you come together with your divine counterpart, but it's in an environment that is loving and supportive, right? Not shaming and traumatizing, which is beautiful. And that's why you supersize. That's why they supersize, because they come in good and they leave or exist or combine even better. Yes. Okay. So what else is going on? I feel like I'm talking more today than normal. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know, but you're a star and you're meant to shine just the way you are. Okay, this is your destiny. This is how you work on your shining, is in your sacred sanctuary space. This is how you fill your cup, right? This is your faith in love, your trust. And this is the kind of world you are healing into. Beautiful, joyous gorgeousness. This is your destiny. To learn all of the things. And you need to be on the ground to do it. And then you get your wings. And your wishes of love come true. Okay? Because once you become a star, you become the beautiful thing that you wish upon. And you recognize that you can grant your own wishes. And that's a beautiful thing. You can grant your own wishes. Love. Okay. Whoa, maybe you have extra love to give. But it's really important to make sure there's nothing else in your love cup. This is why there's a constant need for self-reflection and healing and cleansing. Okay, and intentionally wishing. Being intentional. What do you want? What do you want? You want all the emotional, glorious happenings to be yours. This is what you intend. It's 10 of Cups. I mean, look at how freaking gorgeous that card is. Rainbow vibes, gloriousness, right? Peace, happiness, abundance, health, wealth, prosperity, love, joy, harmony. Also, this like balanced chakra system. So, like, a very calm, regulated, peaceful nervous system. Yes, that's what you have transformed into. What's this? You are moving out of your chrysalis. This is your stepping out time. You're transformed. You're transformed, okay? It's time to shine brightly. Time to step out of the hermiting and claim your throne. Okay? Because the energy is moving in your favor. And you are protected. Divinely protected. Beautiful. So yeah, those fears that hold you back, take them, break them. Yeah, ooh, the wounded heart. And the things happening behind the scenes. Okay, so yes, you have maybe some lingering heart wounds. And this goes back to the Two of Cups, right? There's only so much healing you can do by yourself. And then when you come together with your love, their love, how they love you, how they hold you, how they squeeze you, kind of fuses those last little cracks, right? The last cracks. Also, this fear of getting your heart broken again, you're also keeping your heart from being healed as well, right? That's the double-edged sword. This protection, right? It's like when somebody's like, I'm not going to let anything happen to you. And it's like, nothing? That seems excessive, right? I want good things to happen. So we create boundaries around ourselves, and now we are trapped in a box underground where no sun shines, no, no nothing, because we're keeping ourselves safe from all of the things. But all of the things is living. It's living. Okay, so this is part of what you had to learn when you were transforming in your hermiting mode. I can do it all on my own. Yeah, you can. For the most part, people do it all the time. They live and they die alone. And it's great. But it can always be better. Right? On my camping trip, I brought down this big futon on a tarp and blankets and feather pillows and just made this whole like situation down by the river that me and my friend enjoyed and sat at and whatever. And then when it was time to pack up, I had to make several trips to get that ready. But when it was packed up, they were like, let me help. And so they kind of grabbed one end and I grabbed one end and we just carried the whole thing back up. And it was actually really quick and easy and just took one trip, right? So having extra hands makes lighter work, right? Having more heads, more perspectives, more angles. It's just better. It just is better when there are more involved. Okay, that was what I was going to say. So take the risks. You are healing and transforming into one that, you're not just tossing your heart in anybody's back pocket. You are discerning who is worthy and who isn't before hearts even get on the table, right? And this is you, this flowing, this is your heart cup. And you're like, yes, it is out, it is available. But let's have a conversation first before I decide if I will share it with you or not, right? Yes. Heart-based woman, feminine energy. This you also became in this hermiting transformed state, right? You recognized keeping your heart safe was actually keeping it trapped simultaneously. Okay, there's the trust in the things happening behind the scenes. This is your blind faith. This is your divine timing trust. Okay, and then we've got the Seven of Cups. This is the overflow, the luck that overflows into your cup that then sprinkles and affects all around you. Okay, I feel like this is part of your destiny, strength, and star power. To be one who shares their beautiful overflow, even if it's just an example of someone who walks with sunbeams shining out of their face. It's like, whoa, why is that person's face so bright? Oh, that's their sunshine shining out of their face. Why? Why do they have so much sunshine inside of them? Oh, because they healed their heart and integrated. And now they are gorgeous. Okay, we'll go through one more time and we'll take the Hanged Man. Okay, this is paying attention, having an awareness of where you are at right now, right in this moment. Look at it from all the different perspectives. Look at where you've been. Look at how you got to where you are now and recognize, okay? This is what's going to help you hone in and be more intentional with what you want to manifest, okay? And we can't go a reading without the boundaries. They're really, really important because you're maintaining a vibe. You're maintaining a momentum. And to do so successfully requires the boundaries. Okay, and the Temperance is about the balancing of the masculine and feminine, the Earth Angel, gorgeous, tempering the process, the recognition of the process, okay? Boundaries and process. And I think there was, oh, the death. This is the release. This is that old version of self, the one that kept themselves hidden away, their heart trapped in a box, right? It's time to put that version of self to death. That was a necessary part. That was a necessary role that you needed to play in order to transform and heal and patch up your heart, right? And to reestablish it within so that it can beat fearlessly for you, unencumbered, unbound. Yes, unbound. Okay, and the Emperor. This is what you are transforming into, an emperor. Okay, making moves for the good of all. And that means putting yourself out there, getting your heart out of the box and into the sunshine. Okay, this is the get her done guy. He's the one that's taking action, making the moves, following the signs and synchronicities, taking leaps of faith towards love, for love, about love, and making sure, taking the wheel of their own ship and making sure that they arrive. This is not a passive, just wake me up when I get there, right? This is a intentional, let's do this. Let's get this done. Let's make this happen. Balanced with the surrender though, right? You've got to surrender to what is happening in the now because that is the result of all the actions you took in the past. So see where you're at now, right? And think about what you need to do now to make sure that your later arrives. Okay, and then the Nine of Wands. This is your spiritual connection. It all starts with quieting, centering, balancing, going within, connecting with your higher self, your divine spirit team, your soul plan for this life, for this next life. Trust it. Trust in your own soul and what it had created for you before you chose to incarnate in this world. Trust it. Trust your highest and greatest timeline and surrender to it. Okay, let's see what additional messages come out from this deck today. This one. Page of Wands. That is quite the sun crown. And that is a very, looks like an abundant plant. Prolific, healthy. And golden. And the Knight of Coins. Okay. So the Prince of Wands, or the Knight Honesty. An honest, hardworking person, steadfast, patient, and good with money. Oh, there's another one behind it. It's the Queen of the Pentacles. Okay. It was thought to only grow in the garden of honest people. This is the moonwort plant. Semi-transparent seeds. Oh yeah, those ones. Oh, I think I have some of those dried. Okay, so this is about being honest, hardworking, steadfast, and patient, and good with your money. So be mindful. Be mindful of your money. Okay, and then the Queen from Chrysanthemum. Magnificence. A stately person of power, generosity, and nurturing. Okay, this is the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Pentacles. This is the Earth Queen. Beautiful. And then the Page of Wands. Sacred fig, a messenger, a dreamer, an envoy, a young person on the start of a new journey. Ooh, this is the crown of the Agni, the messenger of the Hindu god. And this is the sacred fig that Buddha was said to achieve enlightenment underneath. So a messenger, a dreamer, an envoy, a young person at the start of a journey. Okay, this is beautiful. This is where you're going, how you're getting there, and what's coming up for you. Beautiful. Either people drawn to you or en route to you or you yourself, right? This could be your energy or someone else's in your field. Okay. We've got the golden teacher and the common puffball. We've got 15 and 13, introspection and let go. Yes. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. This is a time to expand your awareness by going within, for the teacher might actually be you. When you turn your attention inwards through meditation and stillness, you are able to connect to realms beyond your imagination. There's so many rainbows on the book right now. So beautiful. In shamanism, practitioners can access the three worlds, upper, middle, and lower, by journeying, which is like a form of meditation. Within each plane of existence, you can communicate with practically anything and anyone without the limits of time and distance. This is why you contain the whole universe inside of you, and why you are your own best teacher. Yes. The golden teacher mushroom is said to have a mild potency and is therefore good for beginners. This may be an indication you are at the beginning of your studies, or to take your time slowly with something. Mild is the key word here. There is no need to do anything in excess. You can gain the answers you seek through some of the smallest acts. Golden teachers may be used for enlightenment, but they also teach you to obtain the same level of consciousness without them. They're here to show you what you are capable of and how to break through the limits you place on yourself that keep you stuck in your physical reality. It is time to see beyond linear time and space and realize the potential you have within. Yes. Yes. There's that spiritual garden tending connection with your higher self. Okay. And then common puffball, let go. What are you holding onto that you need to let out? Where's that communication on either side of your paradise? What needs to be let go of to put down roots and grow somewhere differently? Have you been holding on too tight to someone or something, or just waiting for exactly the right moment to let it go? It may be a time to set the wheels in motion because the timing is right, or it may be asking you to wait until the time is right. There's that divine timing. Remember that all the steps must be followed for the letting go to be as effective as possible. Ugh, who is giving off these beautiful rainbows? Is it you? Is it you? It's you. Gorgeous. Okay. Sorry, distracted because they're so beautiful. Okay. It may be time to set the wheels in motion. Yes. Remember that all the steps must be followed for the letting go to be as effective as possible. Puffball may be calling you to speak something into being. Words and intentions are powerful creative forces. Okay, that's the communicating. It's okay to intend to clearly specify the kind of life, the kind of world, the kind of things that you want. It's okay. It's okay. Do it. Okay. When you are present and make your intentions or desires known, you start an energy flow to manifest them. Just like the spores that float away and grow exactly where they land, so too do your words and intentions go where they are needed. When the exhale is over and you can let go of what was needed somewhere else, you create an ending of sorts and a beginning of something new. Everything is in divine timing. Nothing is rushed and everything is as it is meant to be, okay? That's that moon and this consideration of the things that you have to share, the things that you have excess of, and your communication. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful puffball. Okay, we're gonna take animal oracle. Come on, guys. Okay, so we've got the beautiful eagle here, gorgeous. It landed on this queen, on this empress or emperor. Okay, and this gorgeous, beautiful, happily ever after love fest space of gorgeousness that you are creating, calling in. Oh, we've got the earthworm, we've got the cobra. Ooh, we've got the raccoon and the wolf. Wow. Okay. Let us see. So we've got 3 out of 5 earth energy. Wolf, guardian of family and tribe activism and ritual. The wolf's mission is to uphold the well-being and longevity of the pack. Healthy wolf energy expresses itself through activism, mentorship, humanitarian efforts, or teaching. The wolf gets into trouble when it assumes every member of the tribe must follow suit. This includes children walking in their parents' footsteps. Although it will surely be uncomfortable at first, practicing tolerance helps balance out agitated wolf energy. Contemplate the following: embrace all, exclude none. Here, when in balance, reliable, democratic, and fearless. When out of balance, judgmental and dominating. And to bring into balance, practice letting go. Yes. Release, surrender the things to the divine, and let Jesus take the wheel. Okay, we've also got the raccoon, talented, shadowy, in hiding. Okay. Raccoon energy is at play within all artists to lesser or greater degrees. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. Whoa, was that the whole start of the reading? Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. Other times, it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I am ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. Okay, raccoon. When in balance, generous friend, exceptional artist. When out of balance, competitive, starving artist. To bring into balance, make new work. Okay. Don't hide behind a mask unless it helps you get out of the dark. And cobra. Oh, earthworm. Shy, hesitant, reluctant to share inner vision. We have all felt the woes of the earthworm at some point along the way. The earthworm indicates a newbie or novice working to establish competence in a new field. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember they once felt earthworm energy too. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Mastery takes time and you're on the right track. Besides, rumor has it, a beginner's mind offers the most valuable insights. This is giving me this Prince of Wands, right? It was this someone new setting out on a new adventure, like this novice student vibes. Okay, so you could be part of this star shining. You could be stepping into new positions in your community, in your work, in your career, in your practices, and to give yourself grace for being new, for learning, for learning. Okay, and then we've got the fire of the cobra. Pausing, waiting, the inner teacher. Okay. I think this is over here. The cobra represents a teacher or spiritual guardian. The cobra hovers and watches, ever present, ever protecting, ever loving. This is your higher self. Sorry. The essence of the cobra is found deep within us in the form of the inner teacher and manifests externally in those special guides who've led us along our path. What would it feel like to be a student again? What are you really ready to learn? Remember the old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Wow. Confirmation synchronicities with the golden teacher, right? Yes. Okay. When in balance, a student of life, humble and wise. When out of balance, knows it all and egocentric. And to bring into balance, taking a class and studying. Yes. Learn more constantly. Learn how to exist with your heart without needing it to be locked in a box of iron, impenetrable by all things, including the sunshine. The heart needs the sunshine. Okay, eagle, all pervading power, truth seeker, transforms karma. The noble eagle emanates the light of the sun. This great bird is both physically and spiritually strong and represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. When the eagle appears, you'll soon be thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of your transformation. All right, look at rainbow confirmation. Get ready. The eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun in your talons and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think, eagle child. When in balance, bright, radiant challenges. When out of balance, controlling. To bring into balance, step into the unknown. Yes, surrender to the unknown and shine bright like a diamond. Okay, beautiful. We love it. We love it. Okay, charms. What do you got for us? We've got your your feminine energy balanced, okay? We've got the maiden mother crone amethyst. This is your protection. This is your balancing out, stepping into your heart space, your nurturing, your joyful, nurturing wisdom. Yes, balance. Then we've got the owl of wisdom. Okay, this is also protection, goddess, gorgeous wiseness. Wiseness. Okay, yes. And we've got the fairy. This is the high priestess, elemental energy and magic and gorgeousness. This may be where you need to learn more, what you need to tap into, the elements and balancing to find or reclaim your energy. And then we've got the sun and moon balance of the light and the shadow, the dark and the light, the sun, the moon, the masculine, the feminine. You need balance in all of the realms. I did not make the rules. Okay, there is the wheel that you must take hold of and steer your ship. Okay, this is how you live your life. Take control. Yes, there's surrender, but there's also taking control. You're surrendering to the fact that you are the captain of your own ship, but you are still required an active participation in your life. Okay, and if you need to know how to properly steer your ship to make the most out of your journey, then go within, learn, grow, evolve. Yes. Okay, we've got dependable, your connection with your higher self, your connection to your heart, to you. This is your loyalty to self. Okay, this is, you are your own BFF. So treat yourself like it. Okay, we've got the scooter and the train. So this is movement that gets faster. This is energy that builds, okay? This is momentum that picks up. This is getting to where you're going. And two speeds, two different ways of getting there, depending on your focus and your intention. Okay, we got the stampede, excited elephant here. This is kind of like once momentum is working in your favor, there's no stopping it, right? You don't stop an elephant stampede. You get out of the way of it and you let it happen. And I feel like when, like, your job is to maintain the flow, the frequency, the momentum, and surrender to how it arrives, when it arrives, right? Just trusting that it's coming in like a stampede. And there's your lucky horseshoe. Okay? Yes. Luck. Your life, your wheel turning, your ship steering, your adventure questing is going to seem like luck to those who just don't understand all that you have done to make it happen for yourself. And that's okay. If they really want to know, they can ask you, and then you can decide whether or not you tell them anything. Okay? Okay, one last little oh my goodness. This one's long. Sorry. I'm going to get one of these last Power Deck Oracle cards as a finishing move for us here. Wisdom from the Power Deck. Okay, two. We got a 33 and a 41. Aspiration and vision, okay? Aspiration stimulates power. It is your aim spiritually and physically in the world and involves the totality of your being. Without the balance between the physical and the spiritual, aspiration is a hollow accomplishment. It is like a spirit lodge at the dome of which are your ceremonies and rituals. But the spirit lodge must have a strong foundation of capability, trust of those around you, and responsibility. Aspiration is what builds the spirit lodge of power. It is the architect of your accomplishments and sits at the feet of power as the deer stands before the remnants of an ancient and powerful civilization. Keep your heart open, kind, and loving so that the energy of the universe can move freely through you. It is difficult to aspire without a judgment, but judgment limits you and puts a fence around your consciousness. Give much consideration to all your choices in life and a free flow to your process of aspiration. Beautiful. Ooh. I've seen one of those heads in Sayward. Okay, and vision. There are times when you will have less vision, and because of that dimness, you will become unbalanced in your seeing. You will see everything, every stone, every machine, every tree as dead rather than alive. As your vision grows, sit still within the city and begin to develop to see that stones and plants and even machines are alive. Even the dead trees have passed through the gateway in the west. Their spirit carries the dreaming shield. Begin to see the life within every object. Ooh. Begin to see the sacredness in things, their energy, their colors, their luminous forms, their shadow beings. Then you will become strong. See power all around you. It is you. You have developed true vision. Notice all the balancing, right? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful vision. Yes. Okay, that's it. That's the reading. That's all I got for you today. And hopefully there was some good stuff in there. Stuff to take with you and stuff to focus on, to learn more about, to lean into, to be aware of, and to surrender to, knowing that you are protected. Okay, hold the vision and claim, grab the sun and fly, all of the analogies, right? Okay, love you, appreciate you, and see you next time. Bye.